It is the end of another day at Peppa's playgroup.
Children, tomorrow is Talent Day.
What is a talent?
A talent is something you like doing and you're good at.
I like to watch television and I'm good at it.
Think of something we might like to see you do. My talent is playing the guitar.
The parents have arrived to pick up the children.
Don't forget to think of something to do for Talent Day tomorrow.
It is bedtime for Peppa and George.
I can't go to bed yet. I haven't got a talent to show tomorrow.
But you have lots of talent, Peppa.
Yes, I can skip. I can sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I can dance. It's hard to choose one talent. I am good at lots of things.
Don't worry, you can decide tomorrow.
Okay.
It is Talent Day.
My talents are skipping, singing and dancing. I practiced them all last night. I was practicing watching television last night. That's not a talent. Madame Gazelle said so. What can I do then?
Who would like to show us their talent first? Danny Dog?
I can bang a drum. I can bang it louder.
No, that was lovely, Danny.
No.
Pedro Pony, what is your talent?
Magic tricks. Here is a glass of water. It is wet and see-through.
Ah.
Now I will make the water disappear. Ooh. Please close your eyes. Open your eyes.
The water has gone.
Thank you.
Emily Elephant.
I'm going to play the recorder.
And what is your talent, Rebecca?
I can make a special noise. It only works if I go up on my tiptoes. That was very good. Yes, but what can I do?
Candy, what is your talent?
Skipping. I was going to do skipping, but I can still do dancing and singing. My talent is singing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I can still do dancing.
Susie Sheep, what is your talent?
Dancing. No, you can't dance.
Oh dear, dancing was Peppa's last talent.
It is so nice that everyone has chosen a different talent to perform. Now, who do we have left? Peppa.
I was going to skip or sing or dance, but they've all been done.
A talent can be anything, Peppa.
But not watching television.
Think of something you really like to do.
I know! I've got a talent that I'm really good at.
I wonder what Peppa's talent can be.
My special talent that I'm the best at in the whole world is jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
Peppa loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Everyone loves jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
School project.
Peppa and her friends are at playgroup.
Children, who can tell me what this is?
It's a castle.
That's right, Danny. And for your school project, I want you to go home and make a castle.
Wow!
You can make your castles from any old bits and bobs you find at home. cardboard, plastic bottles, egg boxes.
Can we use glitter?
Please, not too much glitter. It gets everywhere.
Can I make the castle big?
Make it as big as you like. The only limit is your imagination.
It is breakfast time at Peppa's house.
Mummy, Daddy, I've got some very good news.
What's that, Peppa?
I am doing a new school project.
School project?
Oh, what is it, Peppa?
I need to make a castle.
OK. Why don't you use this empty cereal box? Stick these yoghurt pots on the sides. And what have you got?
A box with pots on it. No, Daddy, it has to be good.
Peppa, what exactly did Madame Gazelle tell you to do?
She told us to use our imagination. And a fantastic castle is what I am imagining. And my castle has to be big enough for me to live in.
I see.
Right.
It is breakfast at Susie Sheep's house.
Madame Gazelle told you to make a real fairy palace?
Yes, with all the little fiddly bits.
Hello? Sorry, but I can't come into work today. It's a school project. Yes. Thanks, but I should be able to manage.
This is what my castle looks like, but much, much bigger.
If it needs to be big, we should use concrete.
No, Daddy Pig. We just need to find a big enough cardboard box.
Have we got a big box?
No.
Delivery for Daddy Pig.
I don't remember ordering anything this large. It's just a new light bulb. Why do they use so much packaging for these things?
Shall I take the box away for you?
Oh, yes, thank you.
No, Daddy, we need that box. Look what I've got.
Great! That's your castle almost done.
Hooray!
It's not almost done. We have to stick things on, paint it, add the glitter.
Glitter? Hello?
Hello, can I speak to Peppa, please?
Peppa, it's Susie Sheep.
Hello, Susie. How's your school project going? I'm doing very well. More pointy, Mummy, and it needs to be taller. How is your castle going? It's quite hard work, but my Mummy and Daddy are helping a little tiny bit.
What do you think of this tower, Peppa?
Very good, but it still looks a bit cardboardy.
Maybe I can paint it.
I need to get on with my work now, Susie. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye, Peppa.
What do you think, Peppa?
Wow, that looks just like a castle.
Oh, we got there in the end.
It just needs one more thing. Glitter!
Oh, glitter would stop the castle looking real.
And anyway, we've, completely run out of glitter.
Peppa and her friends have brought their castles back to playgroup.
Wow, a fairy palace? That must have been a bit tricky for you to make, Susie.
No, it was easy. My castle is made out of a cardboard box.
It is a very fine castle. Thank you, Madame Gazelle. Pedro, did you not make a castle?
I did, but it's too big to bring into school.
We built it out of stone blocks.
Isn't it wonderful what the children can make using just their imaginations?
And my castle really is big enough for me to live in.
Peppa loves school projects. Everyone loves school projects.
Soft play.
It is morning. Peppa and her family are having breakfast.
Oh, there's a letter here for George.
It's an invitation to Richard Rabbit's party.
Sounds fun. I'll take George to the party, as long as it's not at that awful soft play centre.
It says soft play.
Daddy doesn't like the soft play centre. Last time he got stuck and was rescued by a helicopter and a fire engine and a crane.
It wasn't exactly like that, Peppa. It was only a helicopter.
I think soft play sounds lovely. I will go with you, George.
It is time for Richard Rabbit's party.
Bye! I'll be back to pick you up later. You're very welcome to stay if you want.
It's soft play, isn't it? No thanks.
Hello. You're very welcome to stay if you want.
See you later. Hello, Miss Rabbit.
Hello, Mummy Pig. I quite understand if you don't want to stay.
No, I'll stay. Us grown-ups can have a nice quiet chat while the children play.
Oh, OK.
This is the Soft Play Centre, where everything is soft, so children can bounce, swing, squash, slide, and play.
This is great! The children are having so much fun.
Yes, I just hope we can get them out at the end.
The little children have been playing all day.
Home time, children! That was a lovely party, wasn't it?
Yes!
Have you all had fun?
Yes!
Are you ready to go home now?
No!
Oh, my goodness! We're never going to get them out.
There's only one thing for it. I'll have to go in.
Good luck!
Ah! I'm stuck! Help!
Don't worry, I'm coming in. I'm nearly there. Oh no, I'm stuck too. Help!
Hello.
Mr. Elephant has come to collect Edmund Elephant.
Mr. Elephant!
Help! We're stuck.
No problem, ladies. I'll get you out.
No, don't! You'll get stuck. It's a trap.
Ah! I'm stuck.
Daddy Pig, Peppa and Susie have come to collect George.
Ah, what good little children you are. Where are your parents?
Help!
We're stuck.
Ho, ho! That usually happens to me. That is going to happen to me, isn't it? I'm going to go in there and get stuck.
Me and Susie can go in. We're smaller.
That's kind of you both, but it is my job. As a grown-up, I must do this.
But Daddy!
Don't worry, Peppa. If I get stuck, I will ring for the rescue services. Ah, yes, I'm stuck. Lucky I've got my phone.
Hello? Rescue service?
Oh, you're in here too?
Yes, I'm a bit tied up at the moment.
So there's no one to rescue us.
We're here, Daddy. We will rescue the grown-ups.
That tickles.
Well, hey!
Thank you, Peppa and Susie, for rescuing us. Hip, hip,
Hooray! Now we can all go home.
The little ones have gone back inside.
Peppa, can you bring the little ones out now?
Yes, Daddy. But we might have to play a bit first.
Peppa and Susie love the Soft Play Centre. Everyone loves the Soft Play Centre.
The carnival.
Peppa and her family have come to watch the carnival.
Hello.
Here are Susie Sheep and Molly Mole.
Hello, Peppa. Have you come to watch the carnival? Yes. I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. With fire-breathing dragons. And magic people flying.
Let's hope it really is that great.
What's that? Is it starting?
No, that's just someone sweeping the road before the carnival comes. Oh, it actually sounds quite good.
They're using brushes and dustbins to make music.
The carnival has begun. Here is Mr. Bull and his fancy jazz band. It is Mr. Pony, the optician.
Hello. Look, Pedro's on the lorry. Hello. Hello, Pedro. I wish I was in the carnival. Me too. Oh, what's that?
Hello!
Wow, there's a boat sailing on the road.
It is Captain Dog and Danny Dog.
Oh, look!
It's Miss Rabbit's rescue service.
But where's Miss Rabbit?
Miss Rabbit is the Carnival Queen.
Ooh. She's not doing much, is she?
Well, that makes a change from all the jobs Miss Rabbit normally does.
She's probably quite happy to put her feet up.
Here is Mr. Potato.
Please welcome your friend and mine, Mr. Potato!
Mr. Potato has a big balloon tied to the back of his car.
Wow! That must be the biggest balloon in the world.
Up, down, all together now. Mr. Potato is coming to town.
Oh no! The string has come loose.
Ah, my
Balloon! It's okay! I've caught it! Oh! I'm flying away! Help!
We have to call the rescue service.
Hello? Miss Rabbit's rescue service?
Mr. Potato's hanging from a balloon.
Help! Help!
I'll be right there. Wait a mo. I can't go and rescue with all this on. Who wants to be Carnival Queen while I do some rescuing?
Me!
There you go.
I think I should be the queen because I am very good at being bossy. I can be bossy too. I should be the queen because I am the best at waving.
Why don't you all take it in turns to be queen?
OK, I'll wear the crown. I'll sit on the throne and I'll wear the cloak.
Help! Help! Miss Rabbit is going to rescue Mr. Potato.
I'll just fly up from underneath.
Ah! Watch out!
Oh, sorry, Mr. Potato. Hang on. I'll go above.
Miss Rabbit, what is your plan?
I never have a plan. I just make it up as I go along.
Autopilot on. Have a nice day.
Autopilots fly helicopters on their own.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Now, how can we get this balloon down? Shall I pop it?
No, don't pop the balloon!
Oh, OK. I'll untie the knot.
Miss Rabbit is going to let the air out of the balloon. Wait!
There.
Miss Rabbit has rescued Mr. Potato. Thank you!
Now I can get back to being the Carnival Queen.
Oh, I think we've got 3 Carnival Queens now.
This is the best carnival ever.
Peppa loves carnivals. Everybody loves carnivals.
Tinyland.
Mummy and Daddy Pig are taking Peppa, George and Susie Sheep to visit Tinyland.
Daddy, what is Tinyland?
It's a world just like the real world, Peppa, but very tiny.
It will be fun and educational.
Is it real? With real tiny people living in it?
No, it's just pretend.
If everything there is tiny and small, then we will be giants. And we will go, hello, little people. And they will go, ah, giants! I can't wait to get there.
Stop!
What's the problem, Mr. Bull?
There's no problem, Mummy Pig. We're just digging up the road.
Will it take long?
It will take as long as it takes.
But we're going to Tinyland today.
Oh, I love Tinyland. Everything's so tiny. And educational. That's important. Through you go.
Thank you, Mr. Bull.
Thank you.
Stop!
But you let them through.
They are going to Tinyland. That's important.
Welcome to Tinyland, where everything is really tiny. And educational. Feast your eyes on the world of famous places.
Wow!
These are exact copies of real famous buildings, but a bit smaller.
Ooh!
Here's Big Ben, and next to it, the Eiffel Tower. just like it is in the real world.
And the pyramids, Sydney Opera House, Statue of Liberty and the Kremlin.
But these famous buildings aren't all on the same street in real life.
Aren't they? Well, you learn something new every day.
Ooh, look at that!
This is the land of water.
Ooh, there are tiny little boats. And there's even a tiny Miss Rabbit. Boats! Boats! Get your boats here!
Yes, that is just one of my many jobs.
This looks just like Pirate Island. And there are some pirates. What was that? Dinosaur.
This is the land of dinosaurs.
Wow!
This is how the world looked a long time ago, before houses and cars and stuff. Here is a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Ooh!
And over there is a Triceratops. One is a herbivore and the other is a carnivore. Oh, look! They are playing together, just as they would have done.
Amazing! This is exactly as it would have been all those millions of years ago.
Except for the train.
All aboard! There you are again, Miss Rabbit, driving the train. Full steam ahead! Where's it going now?
To tiny modern land.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, the train went on the track. Puff and puff, clickety-clickety-clack. This is like where we live, Peppa. Yes, there are houses and cars and hills and trees and trains and planes and boats.
It's a busy world. 24-hour non-stop.
Stop! Oh, it's broken.
No, it's not. Look there.
Stop! It's a tiny little Mr. Bull digging up the road. That's what happened to us on our way here.
Tiny Land is just like the real world, down to every tiny detail.
We're digging up the road!
Nursery Rhymes.
Peppa and her friends are at playgroup.
Children, today we are doing nursery rhymes.
Ooh!
Who has a favourite nursery rhyme?
My favourite is Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Oh, yes!
Mary had a little lamb, little lamb, little lamb. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow. And everywhere that Mary went, Mary went, Mary went. And everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. I like that one. It had a sheep in it.
That was lovely, Peppa. Thank you. Who else has a favourite nursery rhyme?
I like Little Bo Peep.
And can you sing, Little Bo Peep?
Yes, and it goes like this. Little Bo Peep has lost her sheep and doesn't know where to find them. I don't like that one. It's about sheep getting lost. It's too sad.
Yes. Does anyone know a nursery rhyme that isn't about sheep?
Me!
Yes, Pedro?
Ba ba black sheep. Oh, sorry. I know one about a cat.
Oh, splendid, Candy. Can you share it with us?
Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon. The little dog loved to see such fun, and the dish ran away with the spoon.
Dishes running away with spoons and cows jumping over moons? Crazy stuff. Who's next?
I know a rhyme about a mouse.
Very good, Freddy.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickory Hickory dickory dock.
Oh, that one makes a lot more sense. Mice do like to run around.
Madam Gazelle, I know a rhyme that has numbers in it.
Excellent, Wendy. Please share it with the class.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once I caught a fish alive. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then I let it go again. Why did you let it go? Because it bit my finger so. Which finger did it bite? This little finger on my right.
Oh, the poor little fish was frightened. It was kind to throw it back.
Madam Gazelle,
Yes, Pedro?
I like Robin Hood.
Okay. And does Robin Hood have a rhyme?
Yes. Robin Hood lived in a wood. He was very good at jumping in mud.
Very good, Pedro.
I made it up myself. Madam Gazelle, I know a rhyme about marching. We have to go outside. Oh, the grand old Duke of York. He had 10,000 men. He marched them up to the top of the hill and he marched them down again. And when they're up, they're up. And when they're down, they're down. And when they're only halfway up, they're neither up nor down.
That was good exercise.
Madam Gazelle, do you have a favourite nursery rhyme?
But of course, Pedro. Would you all like to sing it with me?
Yes, please.
Everybody, hold hands. Ring-a-ring-a-roses,
A pocket full of posies. A tissue, we all fall down.
Peppa loves nursery rhymes. Everybody loves nursery rhymes.
Digger World.
Peppa and George are visiting Digger World.
Digger, digger. George likes diggers. I like diggers too.
And today, you'll both be driving real diggers.
Wow.
Here is Mr. Potato. Welcome to Digger World, where all your digger dreams come true. This is the Sand Digger ride.
Ooh.
Peppa and George, jump on board. Mummy and Daddy Pig, you have to pedal.
Oh.
Now, fill up this big bucket with sand.
This is fun.
Yes, fun.
Excellent work, children. Now we flip the bucket over, give it a tap, and voila!
Hooray!
Peppa and George have made a big sandcastle.
Let's go to the next ride.
This is the wall building ride. Stack the soft blocks to make a wall.
Hurry up, Mummy.
Okay, Peppa.
Pedal faster, Mummy.
Oh, I'm going as fast as I can, Peppa.
Nearly finished. There. A lovely wall.
Here comes George with a demolition digger.
Meow.
Oh dear, George has knocked down Peppa's wall.
George, you naughty piggy.
Ho-ho! Building things up, then knocking them down. It's all part of the fun at Digger World. This is the grabber machine.
How do we play this one?
Let's hope it's not pedal-powered.
Mummy and Daddy Pig do the peddling.
Oh.
Peppa and George use the grabber to win a lovely prize.
Ooh.
There are Mr. Potato dolls or toy dinosaurs to be won.
Dinosaur. Okay, George, let's get a dinosaur. This way, George. No, that way. Back, forward, down. Hooray! We've got the dinosaur. Oh.
The dinosaur toy is too heavy for the grabber. Oh, try again. Mr. Potato Doll is just the right weight for the grabber. Aren't you lucky? And he's yours to keep. But the best news is you have earned your digger badges. You are fully qualified digger drivers.
Hooray!
Thank you for visiting Digger World, where all your digger dreams come true. Bye.
Bye-bye. I really like Digger World because we get to drive...
Stop! It is Mr. Bull.
What's the matter, Mr. Bull?
We're building a wall across the road.
Digger! Mr. Bull, can we drive your digger?
Oh, I'm afraid children can't drive diggers.
But we've been to Digger World. We've got badges.
Oh, that's okay then. Hop aboard. I'll drive the digger and you can have the important job of pushing the buttons. Okay, now, push the button.
What? This red one?
No, the green one! Ah!
The digger has knocked over the new wall.
Sorry, Mr. Bull.
Building things up, then knocking them down. It's all part of the fun with diggers.
Peppa and George love diggers. Everyone loves diggers.
Kylie Kangaroo.
It is a lovely sunny day. Mr. and Mrs. Kangaroo have come to visit.
Hello?
G'day, Mr. Pig. We met at the airport, remember? It was a while back. You said we could visit any time.
Did I?
Yeah. Since we last saw you, we've had Kylie and Joey. Say hello, kids.
Hello, I'm Kylie Kangaroo. I'm Peppa Pig. And this is my little brother George. This is my little brother Joey.
Joey lives in Mummy Kangaroo's pocket.
It's thirsty work, this travelling around. Would you like a drink?
Yes, please. Lemonade. My favourite.
That's lovely.
Here, sit down. Are you hungry?
I'm always hungry.
No worries. We'll make lunch.
Mr. Kangaroo is going to cook lunch on a barbecue.
Corn on the cob, anyone?
Yummy. We should do this at our house. Hang on. This is our house.
Come on, Kylie. Let's play in the garden. We can play my favourite game, jumping up and down in muddy puddles. I like jumping too. First, we have to find a puddle. Oh, there aren't any muddy puddles.
The ground is too dry for muddy puddles.
I wish it would rain.
I hope it doesn't rain. Oh, we love rain. We don't see much of it back home.
Well, if you want to make it rain in this country, have a barbecue.
We can still do jumping. George is quite good at jumping, but I am the best. Watch this. That's how you do it. Now you try, Kylie. Okay.
Kangaroos can jump very high.
Wow.
Here is Rebecca Rabbit.
Hello, Rebecca. This is my friend, Kylie. Hello, Kylie. Squeak. Are you playing a game? We are jumping. Rabbits are the best at jumping. Watch this. Well done, Rebecca. But that's not as good as my friend Kylie. Go on, do your jump. I don't want to show off. Do it. Okay. That is high.
Kylie Kangaroo is the best at jumping. Here is Pedro Pony.
Hello, everyone. Nay. Hello, Pedro. This is my friend, Kylie Kangaroo. She's my friend. She can jump higher than anyone. No one can jump higher than me or my super space hopper. Show him, Kylie. But Pedro did really well. Do it. Okay. Wow!
Kylie Kangaroo is the best at jumping.
jump higher, but I'm a little bit tired. Ugh! What was that?
It is raining.
Like I said, if you want it to rain, start a barbecue.
I'm afraid we'll all have to go indoors.
What? And miss the rain?
Mr. Kangaroo has got a big umbrella to shelter everyone from the rain.
Food's ready. Who's hungry?
Me! Yummy!
Peppa likes corn on the cob. Everyone likes corn on the cob.
It's stopped raining.
The rain makes everything so fresh and green.
And wet.
And muddy! This is how you jump in muddy puddles. Wow, that looks fun. I'm the best at jumping, but Peppa's the best at jumping up and down in muddy puddles. Parachute jump.
It is raining and the school roof is leaking again.
Moo! Didn't I fix this roof for you before, Madam Gazelle?
Yes, Mr. Bull, but still it goes drippity drip drip.
It's probably a broken roof tile. I wonder if it's this one. Has the dripping stopped?
No, it's dripping more.
Maybe these are the broken tiles. Is that any better?
No, it's getting worse.
This is a big hole you've got here. It's gonna cost a lot of money to fix.
Oh dear, where shall we get the money to mend the school roof this time?
My daddy did a parachute jump for charity. He floated down and made lots of money.
Hooray! Good idea, Pedro. Hands up, who thinks their mummy or daddy would like to do a parachute jump?
My mummy. My daddy.
We need just one.
Peppa and George have arrived back home.
Mummy, the school roof is leaking. Again.
Is it, darling?
Yes. Madam Gazelle says it needs a lot of money to mend.
Yes, I'm sure it does.
She asked if somebody's mummy or daddy would jump out of an aeroplane.
Oh, I hope you didn't say Daddy would do it, Peppa. You know he doesn't like heights.
But you don't mind heights, do you, Mummy?
I'm fine with heights.
Good.
Oh, thank you, Mummy Pig, for agreeing to jump from an aeroplane. What? But I've never done it before. You'll be fine. Remember, it is for the children. Oh, in that case, of course I'll do it. Hooray for Mummy Pig!
It is the day of Mummy Pig's parachute jump.
I'm still not sure I really want to do this.
It's all in a good cause, Mummy Pig.
But I don't know how to jump out of an aeroplane. Don't worry, you'll get lots of training first.
Hello, Mummy Pig. Mr. Rabbit is the parachute trainer. This is a parachute. It will help you float through the air after you jump.
Should I practice that?
Practice what?
Jumping.
Why not? There, you're a natural.
Is that it?
Yes, you are now fully trained.
Hooray!
All aboard!
I'm still a tiny bit worried about this jump, Daddy Pig.
It's okay, Mummy Pig. I'll come up in the plane with you.
Good luck, Mummy!
Don't worry, Mummy Pig. Remember, you've got a parachute.
Yes, Daddy Pig.
Oh, we are a long way from the ground.
Oh dear, Daddy Pig has fallen out of the plane.
There she goes. No, wait, that's Daddy Pig. Wait for me, Daddy Pig. Whee! Mummy Pig has jumped. She is going to rescue Daddy Pig. Got you. Oh, she's got him.
Hooray! My mummy to the rescue!
Thank you for saving me, Mummy Pig.
Oh, Daddy Pig, you're starting to slip.
Mr. Bull has just finished mending the school roof.
Lovely job. It'll last for years.
I can't hold on. Ah! Daddy! Is Daddy Pig all right?
Ho, ho, I'm fine.
Good, because you'll need to do that parachute jump again.
What?
To raise the money to fix this new hole in the school roof.
Oh, all right.
Hooray for Daddy Pig!
The zoo.
Peppa and her playgroup are visiting the zoo for the day.
Going to the zoo. Bing bong bing, bong bing boom. We're all going to the zoo.
Children, are you ready to see all kinds of animals?
Yes, Madam Gazelle.
Today, we will be meeting wild animals.
Ooh.
But don't worry, the wild animals will be safely behind fences. Ah! A lion has escaped!
Hello, I'm Mr. Lion. Welcome to the zoo.
It is Mr. Lion, the zookeeper.
Hello, Mr. Lion.
You've picked a good time to visit. It's feeding time.
Ooh.
This way to the animals. Here are the tortoises.
Ooh.
We keep this gate shut so they don't run away.
They don't look like they could ever run. No, they're moving very slowly.
Yes, that's why they live to be so old.
How long do they live?
Tortoises can live 100 years.
Wow.
Now, feeding time. Who knows what tortoises like to eat?
Tortoises like to eat vegetables.
That's right. That's why we feed them lettuce.
Mr. Lion is feeding the tortoises lettuce.
But of course, children, not all animals eat vegetables.
That's right, Mrs. Wildebeest.
My name is Madame Gazelle.
Sorry, Gazelle, Wildebeest. For some reason, I always get those two mixed up.
Mr. Lion, what animal will we see next?
I'll give you a clue. It lives in water.
Is it a whale or a shark?
Wait and see. Look carefully into the water.
I can't see anything. There's nothing in there.
Wait, I think I see something. Ah! Crocodile!
Hello, I'm Mrs. Crocodile. I'm the keeper in charge of the penguins.
Ah, penguins!
Adorable, aren't they? And now it's their feeding time. Penguins eat fish.
Ooh. Penguins are very good at catching and waddling. And they like to swim.
If you look through the glass wall, you can see the penguins swimming underwater.
Wow! They're really good at swimming.
Yes, that's why we have this fancy pool for them.
Very interesting. Thank you, Mrs. Crocodile and Mr. Lion.
It's our pleasure, Mrs. Wildebeest.
Gazelle.
Of course, yes, Gazelle.
What animal are we meeting next? I can see it. It's very tall. It's a giraffe. Yes, that's my dad. He's a keeper at the zoo.
Hello, I'm Mr. Giraffe.
Hello, Mr. Giraffe. What sort of animal are you looking after?
See if you can guess.
Look up there. There's a net. It must be a flying wild animal. It must be hiding, watching us, waiting to pounce. Ooh, butterflies!
Mr. Giraffe looks after the butterflies.
Is it the butterflies' feeding time?
Yes, and the butterflies get all the food they need from these flowers.
It is amazing they can live on just the food from flowers.
I wish I could get by just eating flowers.
Yes.
All this talk of eating has made me quite hungry.
Me too. Well, it's our feeding time now.
What's for lunch today, Mr. Lion?
Oh, lunch boxes for everyone. Sandwiches, fruit juice, and an apple.
Little picnics in boxes.
Tuck in, everyone.
Hooray!
Mr. Lion loves feeding time at the zoo. Everyone loves feeding time at the zoo.
The Great Barrier Reef.
Peppa is on holiday in Australia at Kylie Kangaroo's house.
I love it here at your house, Kylie.
Yes, I could stay here forever.
It's great having you all stay, but I will have to go to work today.
What is your job, Mrs. Kangaroo?
I'm a marine biologist.
What's that?
I study sea creatures, like these little fish here.
Ooh, a fish tank.
But the fish I study don't live in a tank, they live in the sea.
Do the fishes in the sea have little bridges to swim through and treasure to play with?
No, Peppa. That's just the sort of stuff people put in fish tanks.
Would you all like to come and see where I work?
Yes, please. I've been to where my daddy works. There was a telephone, lots of paper and colouring pens. It was a very nice office.
I think you'll find my office is pretty fun too. This is my office.
Where?
There, Peppa, the sea. I've got the best office in the world.
But how can you work in the sea?
With this submarine.
Wow!
Do you want to ride?
Yes, please!
Okay, hop in.
Wow! It's all the colours of the rainbow.
That's coral. Coral is made of lots and lots of tiny creatures.
Ooh!
And the coral stretches for miles and miles.
We call it the Great Barrier Reef.
It's my job to keep the coral safe.
Can we take some coral home with us?
Sorry, Peppa. We can look, but we mustn't touch.
If every visitor took a little bit of coral home,
soon all the coral would be gone.
We must never, never take anything away from here.
Ah! Look! Little fish. They're clownfish. Clownfish? They do look quite funny.
Look over there.
A big blue starfish. There's a tiny red one.
And a spiky green one.
What's that? That's a turtle. Ooh. Hello, Mrs. Turtle. How are you today?
You see how lucky I am to work in such an amazing place, Peppa?
Look! A little bridge, just like in your fish tank.
Oh, you're right, Peppa. It is quite like the fish tank here, except there's no treasure chest, of course.
What have you seen, George?
It looks like a chest full of gold coins.
Wow!
George has found a treasure chest.
You see, Daddy, everything is the same as the fish tank.
Yes.
That gold must be worth a fortune.
I think I can get it.
But you said we must never take anything away.
I meant natural things that belong here.
That's right. These gold coins don't belong here, so we need to remove them.
Ah!
It will all go to a good cause.
Yes, it'll pay for lots more marine research.
Hooray!
That was a good day at the office.
We saw coral and fishes and a turtle.
This is a great holiday.
I don't want it to ever end.
But you are going to leave sometime, right?
Oh, not that you aren't welcome to stay as long as you like, of course.
Thank you, Mrs. Kangaroo.
This holiday is the best.
Peppa is having a lovely holiday with Kylie Kangaroo.
Wendy Wolf's birthday.
It is Wendy Wolf's birthday and she has invited all her friends to a party.
Happy birthday, Wendy! Thank you, everybody.
Mr. Wolf is blowing up balloons for the party.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow these balloons up.
I love balloons. Me too. And me. And me. And me.
Everybody loves balloons.
Come on, let's dance. Don't let the balloons fall to the ground. Keep them in the air. This is fun.
Here is Mrs. Wolf.
Who wants bubbles?
Me.
Okay, I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow some bubbles.
I love bubbles. They are a bit like balloons, but they pop when you touch them. Watch. Woo! See, I popped one. Oh, we've popped all the bubbles.
We can always make some more bubbles. Who wants to go?
Me!
Okay.
Hooray!
Are you ready?
Yes, Mrs. Wolf.
You have to huff.
Huff.
And you have to puff.
Puff.
And blow.
So many bubbles. Pretty bubbles in the sky. Ooh. Look at that big bubble. That's not a bubble, Pedro. That's the full moon. Ah, and you know what you do when you see a full moon? You howl. Ow! Why do you do that? That's what wolves do. We howl at the moon. Wendy, can you teach us how to do that? Okay. First, you have to look up at the moon. And then you howl. Ow! Ow!
Wendy Wolf has taught everyone how to howl like a wolf.
Wow, who did that one? It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It wasn't any of us. It's a wild animal.
It is Granny Wolf.
Happy birthday, Wendy.
Hello, Granny.
You must all be Wendy's friends. How do you do?
Hello, Granny Wolf. My, what big ears you've got, Granny Wolf.
All the better to hear you with.
What big eyes you've got, Granny Wolf.
All the better to see you with.
And what big teeth you've got.
All the better to eat birthday cake.
Wendy, what's that in the middle of your cake? It is a little house made of sticks. Ah.
Time to blow out the candles, Wendy.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow the candles out. You've blown the stick house down.
Oh, well done.
That's my go.
It was quite easy.
Houses made of sticks are easy to blow down.
I always forget. What's your house made of, Mr. Pig?
It's made of bricks.
Not straw?
Bricks.
Oh, of course.
That was a great party, Wendy. Yes, that was my best party ever.
Happy birthday, Wendy.
Grumpy Rabbit's hovercraft.
Grandpa Pig is taking Peppa and George out for the day on his sailing boat.
Hello, Grandpa Pig.
Hello.
Hello, old bean.
Grandpa, that man just called you an old bean.
Yes, Peppa. It's another way of saying old friend.
Are they your friends, Grandpa?
Oh, not really. We're just members of the same sailing club. Now, where did I leave my boat?
What does your boat look like, Grandpa?
It has a little red flag on top of the mast.
Like that little flag?
Ah, yes.
Oh, dear. Grandpa Pig's sailing boat has sunk.
I'm afraid we can't go sailing today, children.
Oh.
Here is Grampy Rabbit on his hovercraft. What is that monstrosity?
Is it allowed at the sailing club?
Hello! What a marvellous day for sailing!
Hello, Grampy Rabbit.
Peppa, you look sad. What's the matter?
We can't go sailing because our boat has sunk.
Oh dear. Why don't you hop onto my hovercraft?
Hooray!
I really don't think this is quite...
Hold on to your hat!
Grampy Rabbit's hovercraft can go on land and water.
I built it myself! You'd never guess, would you? We don't need that bit.
You can't drive this thing around here. You're not a member of the sailing club.
But you're a member, aren't you?
Yes, but...
That's all right, then.
Nothing like a peaceful day's sailing.
The calmness of the water, the quietness of the... Oh, what's that horrible noise?
Hello there! Lovely day for a sail!
It's that monstrosity again.
Is that Grandpa Pig?
Hello?
I say, is anybody else thirsty?
Me!
I saw an old shed back there selling juice.
That's not an old shed. That's the Sailing Club Cafe. It's for members only.
Yes, whatever. Let's go and get some juice. Hello there. 4 beakers of juice, please.
I'm afraid you cannot be served here, sir, unless you're a club member.
I'm not, but he is.
Hello. 4 juices, please.
Ah, yes, sir.
This is the life, eh? The sea and the sky and the boat sailing by.
But the boats are not sailing by, Grampy Rabbit.
There's no wind. Without wind, sailing boats can't sail.
Help!
We need to rescue them, Grampy Rabbit.
Good idea, Peppa. Hold on to your socks. Ahoy there! Toss me a line and I'll tow you back in. Here we go!
Grampy Rabbit's hovercraft is towing the sailing boats back to shore.
We're towing the boats to shore, boys. We're towing the boats to shore. We're towing the boats to the car park, towing the boats to be parked. I brought everyone back to the car park. That way, they don't have so far to walk to their cars.
But sailing boats don't go on land like hovercrafts.
Oh, yes.
Grandpa Pig, who is this friend of yours?
So sorry about that.
Sorry, about what?
We want to thank him for rescuing us.
Oh, I see. He's called Grampy Rabbit.
Delighted to meet you, Old Bean.
You're very welcome, Old Bean.
3 cheers for Grampy Rabbit. Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, hip, hooray! Hip, 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 hooray!
Chloe's big friends.
Peppa and her family are on their way to visit Cousin Chloe.
I love playing with big cousin Chloe. Chloe! Oh, Chloe. Hi there. These are my friends, Simon Squirrel and Belinda Bear.
You can call me Si. It's short for Simon.
And I'm Bee. It's short for Belinda. I'm Peppa.
We'll call you Pe.
Oh. And this is George. We'll call you J. Oh.
You didn't tell us you had baby cousins, Chloe.
I'm not a baby, but you're both little. I'm a big girl. George is little. Why don't we all play a game? Yes, let's play hide and seek.
We don't play baby games anymore.
We're almost grown up. What about the yes-no game? What's the yes-no game? I ask things and you answer.
What makes that a game?
You mustn't say yes or no.
Too easy.
Do you want to play then?
Yes.
Ah, you said yes.
That's not fair. there. I wasn't ready.
B, are you ready? Yes. Aha! I win again.
Peppa is very good at playing the yes-no game.
Can I ask the questions?
Of course.
You don't mind me asking you the questions?
I don't mind.
Am I ever going to make you say yes or no?
I don't think so.
Oh, I give up. How do you always win?
Easy. I just don't say yes or no.
Ah, I win! You said yes and no. That was fun.
Let's play another game. Have you ever played sardines? What's that? Someone hides and we all try to find them.
That sounds like hide and seek.
But when you find them, you keep quiet and hide in the same space until everyone is hiding there. Like sardines in a tin.
All right, let's try it.
George, you hide first. 1, 2, 3.
George is looking for somewhere to hide.
9, 10. Ready or not, here we come. George, I can see your wiggly tail.
Peppa is hiding with George.
Move over, George. Found you.
Now Chloe must squeeze in with Peppa and George.
Move up. There you all are.
Now Belinda Bear must squeeze in too.
Budge up. We're like sardines in a tin.
Where's everyone gone?
Surprise!
Ah! Can we stop running around now?
Yeah, let's just chill out. Chill out? What's that?
We just sit around and talk about stuff.
I like talking. Blah, blah, blah.
Let's talk about music. I dig blues music.
I like Red's music. I like Green's music.
We don't like children's music. No.
What music are you into? I like this. It's very grown up.
Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and ears and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes.
Peppa, George, it's time to go home now. You will see Chloe again soon.
I'm coming to your house next week, Peppa. Can we come along too? You can come, but we will be playing games.
We like playing games with Peppa and George.
Hooray!
You can still have fun playing games, even when you're almost grown up.
The dentist.
Every morning, Peppa and George brush their teeth. Today, Peppa and George are going to the dentist.
Peppa, George, are you ready to go for your checkup?
I'm too busy for a checkup. I'm having a tea party with Teddy. Yes, we're very busy.
We all need checkups to make sure our teeth are clean and healthy.
OK, Daddy. George, are your teeth clean like mine?
It is George's first visit to the dentist.
You both have lovely clean teeth. I'm sure the dentist will be very happy.
Peppa and George are at the dentist's, waiting for their checkup.
Waiting is boring.
This magazine's very interesting. It's all about potatoes.
Peppa, George, the dentist will see you now.
Hooray!
This is Dr. Elephant, the dentist.
Hello, Peppa. Have you been brushing your teeth?
Yes, Dr. Elephant.
Good. Now, who's first?
I'm first because I'm a big girl. Watch me, George.
Sit in the chair, please. Hold tight.
Whee!
Open wide, please.
Ah!
Wider, please.
Ah!
Now, let's take a look.
Dr. Elephant uses a little mirror to look at Peppa's teeth.
I hope you haven't been eating too many sweeties, Peppa.
It is quite difficult to speak when your mouth is wide open.
There, all done. What lovely clean teeth.
She takes after me.
Can I have the special pink drink now?
Yes, but don't drink it, Peppa. Spit it out.
George, now it's your turn. No.
George does not want it to be his turn.
Maybe you can hold Mr. Dinosaur while the dentist looks at your teeth.
Grrr, dinosaur.
Very pleased to meet you, Mr. Dinosaur.
It's not a real dinosaur. It's made of plastic.
Hold tight. You're doing very well, George. Now, can you show me your teeth?
George does not want to show the dentist his teeth.
George, open wide like this. Ah! Ah!
Ah, there they are. All done. You have very strong, clean teeth, George.
Are they as lovely as mine, Dr. Elephant? Ah!
Yes.
George is very proud to have clean teeth.
George, don't forget the pink drink.
Oh, but wait! What's this?
What's wrong, Dr. Elephant?
George has clean teeth, but this young dinosaur's teeth are very dirty.
Oh, no. Dr. Elephant is very cross with Mr. Dinosaur.
Not at all, Peppa. It's my job to make teeth clean. The water jet, please, Miss Rabbit.
The dentist uses water to clean Mr. Dinosaur's teeth.
The polisher, please, Miss Rabbit. This will be a bit noisy.
Dr. Elephant polishes Mr. Dinosaur's teeth.
Pink, pink.
That's right, George. Mr. Dinosaur needs some special pink drink.
Gosh, what shiny teeth you have, Mr. Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. Too scary.
George loves Mr. Dinosaur, especially now he has nice clean teeth.
Potato City.
Peppa and her family are going to Potato City.
What is Potato City, Mummy?
It's a theme park, Peppa, where the magic of vegetables never ends.
It sounds a bit boring.
It will be fun. Potato City, here we come. Here we are.
The family have arrived at a field of potatoes.
Is this Potato City?
It must be. And it looks like we picked the right day to visit. There are no crowds.
Are you sure this is the right place, Daddy Pig? It just looks like a farmer's field to me.
Excuse me, is this Potato City?
No, that's Potato City.
It isn't quite what I was expecting.
It's fantastic.
How many tickets?
2 adults and 2 children, please, Miss Rabbit.
Busy, isn't it?
Busy? No, this is quiet for Potato City. Have a lovely day.
Peppa's friends have come to Potato City too.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Peppa.
And this is Mr. Potato himself. Welcome to Potato City, where the magic of vegetables never ends. Ooh. See how vegetables grow, learn how they keep us fit and healthy, and get shot into space by the potato rocket. Peppa and her friends are going to ride on the potato rocket. George wants to ride on the potato rocket too.
Are you sure, George? It looks a bit high.
Daddy Pig doesn't like heights.
Moo! Hurry up, Daddy Pig!
Oh, I'm not getting on.
George is too small to go on his own.
Oh, OK. Make it quick.
Oh, it's very quick.
George has changed his mind.
Oh, dear George. Come to Mummy.
Maybe I'll just get off too.
George away!
Have fun, Daddy Pig.
Oh, it's stopped. Well, I'm glad that's all over.
This is brilliant!
Everybody off!
That was fun, wasn't it, Daddy?
Yes, lots of fun.
Mummy, what's that?
Go round and put your head through that hole.
Now what happens? Susie, you're a tomato. Look, I'm a carrot. Oh, yes. And I'm a pumpkin.
Welcome to the dinosaur garden.
Ooh.
Say hello to my dinosaur friends. Don't be frightened. They are not real. But this is exactly how they would have looked walking the earth together.
No, it's not.
What?
Triceratops lived in the Cretaceous period. The Stegosaurus was Jurassic. They would not have walked together.
How do you know that?
I'm a clever clogs.
Anyway, who wants to ride one?
Me. Why have you got dinosaurs in Potato City?
Because dinosaurs ate potatoes?
No.
Anyway, children like dinosaurs.
Dinosaur!
Roll up for the vegetable roundabout swing thing.
A vegetable roundabout swing thing. I like Potato City because it teaches you about vegetables and swings you round and round.
Potato City, where the magic of vegetables never ends.
Painting.
Peppa and George are painting today.
We need some old newspaper to put on the table.
Yes!
Daddy Pig is reading his newspaper.
You can have my newspaper when I've finished reading it. All right.
Hooray! Now we can start painting. Silly George. Big children do not put their hands in the paint.
George loves painting with his hands. Peppa loves painting with her hands.
Very good. Can I have a potato, Mummy Pig?
They aren't cooked yet, Daddy Pig.
Are you hungry, Daddy?
I'm not going to eat it. What's this?
What is Daddy Pig doing?
Ooh.
Now, who can tell me what this is?
A flower. Clever, Daddy.
Oh, I loved painting when I was a young piggy. Now, where are my old painting things?
Daddy, why are you wearing that funny hat?
This is my beret. It puts me in the mood for painting pictures. Now, what shall I paint? Well chosen, George. I'll paint the old cherry tree.
What's that?
It's an easel, Peppa. It holds my canvas.
What's a canvas?
It's a bit like paper for very special paintings.
Is that toothpaste?
Oh, no, Peppa. These are special paints for grown-up artists. There. What colour shall we begin with?
Red, please.
Why red, Peppa?
Red is my favourite colour.
But first we need to paint the sky. Look, what colour is it?
Blue, of course.
Very good. Let's start with blue. Now for the cherry tree. We need green for the leaves.
But there isn't any green.
Never mind. If we mix blue paint with yellow paint, we can make green.
Mixing blue and yellow makes green.
Ooh.
What lovely green leaves. And here's some grass.
What What about the branches? We haven't got brown paint.
We can make brown. We'll mix the green and the red.
Mixing green and red makes brown.
Ooh.
Daddy Pig paints the tree trunk and the branches.
Wow. Daddy, can I paint the cherries?
Yes, Peppa. Put your finger in the paint and dab it onto the tree.
1, 2, 3.
Well done. Now it's George's turn. What a great painter you are, George. There. The painting is finished.
Hooray! Oh, it's the ducks. Hello, Mrs. Duck. We're painting a picture.
The ducks are running through Daddy's paint.
Shoo, shoo, naughty ducks.
Shoo, ducks, shoo. Stay away from our painting. Whoa.
Oh no, the ducks have made paint footprints all over the painting.
Oh dear.
What was all that noise?
Mummy, the ducks have spoiled our painting.
Let me see.
The ducks are making paint footprints in the garden, just like the ones on the painting.
Daddy's painting isn't spoiled, Peppa. It's perfect.
Hooray!
Oh, yes. I am a bit of an expert at painting.
And so are the ducks. Swimming!
Peppa and her family are at the swimming pool. Daddy Pig is wearing his swimming costume. Mummy Pig is wearing her swimming costume. Peppa is wearing her swimming costume.
Hurry up, George. Everyone's waiting.
George is wearing his swimming costume.
Peppa, George, let Daddy put on your armbands.
There, George. Your armbands make you look very grown up.
Now me.
Good. Now we can go in the water.
It is George's first time at the swimming pool.
Why don't you put just one foot into the water? Maybe you should try the other foot.
Maybe George should try both feet at the same time.
Good idea. Well done, George. But you don't need to splash quite so much.
Here is Rebecca Rabbit with her little brother, Richard Rabbit.
Hello, Rebecca. Hello, everyone.
Richard, hold on to this float and you can practice kicking your legs.
George, would you like to try kicking your legs?
Very good, but try not to splash.
Big children don't splash. We're very good at swimming. When George and Richard are older, they'll be able to swim like us. Won't they, Rebecca? Yes. Oh.
Richard has a toy watering can.
Stop it, Richard. Oh.
Oh dear, Richard has dropped his watering can into the pool.
Mummy.
Sorry, Richard, I can't reach. It's too far down.
Mummy.
I can't swim underwater.
Even I can't swim underwater.
Please hold my glasses, Mummy Pig.
Hooray!
There you go.
Well done, Daddy Pig.
I am rather good at swimming underwater. Huh?
The watering can is for babies. Can we jump off the diving boards now?
Sorry, Peppa. Diving boards are only for grown-ups.
Oh.
Cheer up, you two. You can watch me dive.
Silly Daddy. Your tummy is too big.
Nonsense! I won trophies for my diving when I was younger.
That was quite a long time ago, Daddy Pig.
It's lucky I've kept myself so fit and strong. Please hold my glasses, Mummy Pig. You'll get a better view if you watch me from the side.
Please don't splash us with water, Daddy.
Of course I won't splash you, Peppa. I think I need a higher board.
Please be careful, Daddy Pig.
Yes, don't splash us, Daddy.
Don't worry, Peppa.
Don't splash us with water, Daddy.
I told you I wouldn't splash.
Clever Daddy.
Well done, Daddy Pig.
No need for my towel. I've got a special way of drying myself.
Daddy Pig has splashed everyone with water.
Daddy Pig!
Sorry, everyone.
A trip to the moon.
It is a lovely sunny day. Peppa is playing with her bouncy ball. George and his friend, Edmund Elephant, are playing with their space toys.
Moon.
George is pretending that the bouncy ball is the moon.
I was playing with that ball. Oh!
Edmund's space toy has landed on Peppa's head.
This looks fun. Are you going to the moon?
It's just boring space stuff for babies, Daddy. It's not real.
But space is real, Peppa. And there are real rockets that go to the moon.
The museum has a show all about the moon.
Shall we go and see it?
Yay! Will we really have to go to the moon?
No, Peppa, we're not going to the moon.
We're going to the museum.
OK.
Here is the museum.
Hello, everyone. Have you come to see the moon show?
Yes, Miss Rabbit. 5 tickets, please.
There you are. Enjoy your trip to the moon.
Oh, we really are going to the moon.
No, Peppa. It's just pretend.
This way for our trip to the moon. Mr. Rabbit is the tour guide.
Ooh.
Prepare for takeoff.
It's just pretend, isn't it?
That's right, Peppa. It's just pretend.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Blast off!
We live on a planet. Does anyone know what it is called?
The Earth.
That's right.
I'm a bit of an expert at space things.
There are 7 other planets that go around our sun. Does anyone know what they are called?
Mercury,
Oh, well done, Edmund.
Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus.
Edmund knows all about space.
I'm a clever clogs.
Does anyone know what these planets are made of?
They're made of cardboard.
These models are made of cardboard, but the real planets are made of rock and ice and gas.
But of course the moon is made of cheese.
No, the moon is made of rock. And this is a serious tour, so no jokes and no giggling. Here we are on the moon.
It's a pretend moon, really, isn't it?
Yes, if this was the real moon, you could jump over my head.
Ooh!
Does anyone know why we can jump so high on the moon?
Gravity!
Oh, that's right, Edmund. Gravity is what keeps us on the ground. It is weaker on the moon, so you can jump higher.
Ooh!
We can make you feel like you're jumping on the moon with the help of science.
That sounds impressive. How do you do that?
With big rubber bands. Everyone is strapped into Mr. Rabbit's anti-gravity rubber bands. Bouncing on the pretend moon is fun.
Say moon cheese.
Moon cheese!
And that is the end of the tour. Please walk this way.
Are there trees on the moon?
No.
Are there any cars on the moon?
No.
Are there any moon shops?
No, that would be silly.
Welcome to the moon shop. We've got moon maps, moon books. We've even got a picture of piggies on the moon with an elephant.
Look, there we are, jumping on the moon.
We've got moon rock too. It's got a picture of the moon all the way through the middle.
Ooh.
How about some real moon cheese?
How much is it, Miss Rabbit?
£5, please.
£5?
It's all for a good cause.
I like the moon now because it's very interesting.
And very tasty.
Granny Pig's chickens.
Peppa and George are having a sleepover at Granny and Grandpa's house.
Granny Pig! Gangy Egg!
Hello, my little ones.
Bye-bye. See you later.
Bye-bye, Mummy.
Come and see where you're going to sleep tonight. This was Mummy Pig's room when she was a little piggy.
In olden times.
And this is the bed Mummy slept on.
Ooh, bouncy bed.
You're just like your Mummy when she was little.
Did Mummy bounce on the bed?
Of course.
But Mummy tells us not to bounce on the bed.
When Mummy was a little piggy, she was cheeky, just like you.
Was she?
Yes. Now, let's go and see Grandpa Pig in the garden.
Grandpa Pig! Peppa Pig!
Hello, Peppa. Hello, George. Come and see my carrots.
Grandpa Pig is very proud of his vegetables.
Ooh.
And here are my peas.
Ah.
But best of all are my lettuces. Oh, no! My lettuces!
I think the birds have eaten them, Grandpa.
Yes, birds.
Why didn't Mr. Scarecrow scare them away?
Because the birds that ate my lettuces are very stupid.
What's the matter, Grandpa Pig?
Your friends have been eating my vegetables again.
Which friends?
Tom, Dick and Harry.
Those aren't their names.
Granny Pig has chickens.
Wow!
Say hello to Jemima, Sarah and Vanessa.
Hello.
And here is Neville.
Is Neville a boy chicken?
Yes, Peppa. He's a cockerel.
He's the worst, scratching up my vegetables.
Neville wouldn't hurt a fly.
I've seen him eat flies. And he ate my lettuce.
You don't want to eat Grandpa's lettuce, do you? Not when there's lovely corn to eat. Come on, this way home. Peppa, George, would you like to feed corn to the chickens?
Yes, please, Granny. Here you are, chickens. Eat up. Ooh, you've got a Wendy house.
That's the chicken coop. It's where the chickens lay their eggs.
Eggs? I can't see any eggs.
Not now, but there will be eggs soon.
Ooh.
It is bedtime for Peppa and George at Granny and Grandpa's house.
Have the chickens laid their eggs yet, Granny?
Maybe in the morning, Peppa.
How will we know when it's morning?
Neville will tell us. Now, go to sleep.
Night, night.
It is morning.
It's Neville! Thank you for waking us up, Neville. Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Good morning, Jemima, Sarah and Vanessa. Do you have any eggs for us?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 eggs, Granny.
Now we'll have eggs for breakfast.
Thank you, Jemima, Sarah and Vanessa.
Boiled eggs for everyone.
Hooray! Mmm, delicious. Granny, your chickens make yummy eggs?
Yes, it's all that lovely corn they eat.
And my lettuces.
The train ride.
Today, Peppa and her friends are going on a train ride. Mr. Rabbit is the station master. How many tickets?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 child tickets and 1 teacher ticket, please. Now, children, do not lose these tickets.
Can I see your tickets, please?
I've lost my ticket.
Oh, dear Pedro, you must be more careful.
There's your ticket.
Oh, try not to lose it again.
Here comes the train. Choo-choo!
Miss Rabbit is the train driver.
All aboard!
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, the train is on the track. Half and puff, clickety-clickety-clack.
Oh, here are your activity sheets.
The children have to spot everything that is on the activity sheet.
A boat, a signal box, and a tunnel. I can see trees. Are trees on the list? No. I can see clouds. Are clouds on the list? No. I can see Grandad Dog.
Ahoy there!
Hello, Grandad Dog! Is Grandad Dog on the list? Silly Peppa. My Grandad won't be on the list. But he is sailing a boat. And a boat is on the list. Hooray!
The children tick the boat on their activity sheets. Tickets, please. Mr. Rabbit has come to check everyone's ticket.
I think I've lost my ticket.
Oh, dear, oh, dear.
Meow. There's your ticket, Pedro. You were sitting on it.
Now you try not to lose it again, Pedro. The train is going slowly uphill. The train is going quickly downhill.
Madam Gazelle, I feel a bit sick. Can I go to the front, please?
OK, Pedro. You can go to the front of the train.
Do-da-dum-dum-da-dee-da. Hello, Pedro. Not feeling very well. Would you like to drive the train for a bit?
Yes, please. Clickety-clack, clickety-clack, the train was on the track. Half and puff, the train was on the track. A signal box. That's on our list. Hooray!
The children tick the signal box on their activity sheets. The signal has stopped the train so that someone important can cross.
It's Mrs. Duck and her friends. Oh, we still haven't seen a tunnel. Oh, it's gone dark. We're in a tunnel.
The tunnel is the last thing on the activity sheet.
Hooray!
Last stop!
Wall change! Everybody up now!
But Madam Gazelle, how are we going to get home?
Oh, Peppa, we are back where we started.
The train has gone in a big circle. Tickets, please.
Pedro's lost his ticket again.
Pedro, can I have my hat back, please?
There's Pedro's ticket. Oh, that's where I put it. Danny's Pirate Party.
Today is Danny Dog's birthday. He is having a party.
Yo-ho-ho!
Everyone has come dressed as pirates.
Yo-ho-ho!
Pedro Pony is dressed as a cowboy.
Yee-haw!
Ahoy there, me hearties!
It is Grandad Dog, dressed as a pirate.
Hello, Grandad Dog.
Call me Dogbeard.
Hello, Dogbeard.
Which of ye scurvy pirates crave a ration of swashbuckling o'er the briny seas?
Why is he talking funny? That's pirate talk.
If you want to play my pirate game, say arr.
Arr! Is it a dangerous game?
No, Pedro. Grandad Dog has promised me it will be a very safe game.
Aww.
But it will be exciting. So who wants to play?
Arr!
Here be the plan. Time was, I had a heap of gold that was mine by right, but I was horn-swoggled by one Captain Hog.
What?
Pirate talk is a bit difficult to understand.
Captain Hog took my treasure.
Oh.
Know you that Captain Hog is a fearsome pirate? Some of you may already know him as Grandpa Pig.
Ah, Grandpa Pig.
The game is to go to Captain Hog's hideout and get back my treasure without being caught.
Hooray!
Everyone is excited to be playing the pirate game.
Hello, Grandpa Pig. We're on our way.
Jolly good.
Jolly good.
Grandpa Pig and Polly Parrot are guarding the pirate treasure.
Be the black galleon fast and the wind at our backs, we'll away!
What does that mean?
Run to the boat!
Yo-ho-ho! Yee-haw!
Whoa there! Put your life jackets on.
On Grandad Dog's boat, all the children must wear life jackets.
That scurvy Dogbeard should be here by now.
Here's a nice cup of tea, Grandpa Pig.
Oh, thank you, Granny Pig.
At last. Are we all ready now?
Mr. Dogbeard, I need to go to the toilet. And me. And me. And me. And me. And me.
What can be keeping them? Hello, Grandad Dog? I thought you said you were on your way.
Yes, we're almost there. It's taken a while to get my crew together. Anchors away! Full sail!
Aye, aye, Dogbeard!
Oh, jolly pirates we, that sail the deep blue sea, to find the golden treasure, full sail, ahoy, ye Land ahoy!
The children have arrived at Grandpa Pig's orchard.
The game is to get that treasure without being caught.
Hooray for the pirates!
Shush, Mummy!
I hope there are no pirates around here trying to take my lovely treasure.
Peppa and her friends have got the coins without being caught.
It's chocolate coins.
Everybody loves chocolate coins.
Yum, yum, yum.
Aha! Got you!
Grandad Dog has been caught.
Try and take my treasure, would you?
'Tis mine! I won it fair and square!
Oh, no, you didn't.
Oh, yes, I did!
Thank you, Captain Hog and Dogbeard, for the lovely pirate game.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Oh, yes. It's been lots of fun.
Happy birthday, Danny! This be the best pirate party ever! The baby piggy.
Peppa and George are visiting their big cousin, Chloe.
Today, as well as seeing Chloe, you are going to meet your new cousin.
Ooh!
Peppa and her family have arrived at Chloe's house.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Peppa and George.
This is Chloe, Peppa and George's big cousin.
But where's our new cousin?
Here's your new baby cousin.
Ooh!
The new cousin is a tiny baby piggy.
Goo, goo, goo.
Oh, how beautiful.
Is it a girl, baby? No, it's a boy. Oh, I wish it was a girl. Me too.
George is pleased the baby is a boy.
Dinosaur.
I think the baby's too little to play with dinosaurs.
George, the baby doesn't want to play with you. It wants to play with me.
Peppa, the baby is much too little to play ball games.
But if it can't play with a dinosaur or a ball, what can it do?
It eats and it sleeps. And it does that.
Auntie Pig, can I hold the baby?
Yes, if you're very careful, you can hold Alexander.
Alexander?
That's his name, Baby Alexander.
What a big name for such a small piggy.
It's quite nice, even though it's a boy. Goo, goo, goo. Oh, what's that smell?
Maybe Alexander's nappy needs changing.
Ugh, disgusting.
Peppa, when you were a baby, you wore nappies.
I did not.
Mummy, can I play with Peppa and George in the garden?
Yes.
Chloe, is it nice having a little baby brother?
Yes, Alexander is very sweet.
I wish George was a sweet little baby piggy.
I know. George can pretend to be a baby piggy. He can go in my doll's pram.
That's a good idea. No.
George does not want to be a baby.
George, if you pretend to be a baby, I promise to be nice to you forever and ever.
George is thinking.
And you can play with all my toys.
George is thinking more.
And when we get home, you can play with all my toys.
George has decided.
Goo, goo, goo.
What a sweet baby piggy.
Here are Candy Cat, Susie Sheep, Rebecca Rabbit and Zoe Zebra.
Hello. Why is George in that doll's pram? It's not George, it's a baby piggy. Goo goo.
But it is George. George is a pretend baby piggy.
Ah. Is it a girl or a boy?
It's a girl.
No.
George does not want to be a girl baby.
OK, it's a boy. I've got some cookies. Would the baby piggy like one? Oh, no. It can't eat cookies.
George likes cookies.
Maybe it can have one cookie.
Goo goo. It's so clever and so handsome. It's very funny. It's the best baby piggy ever.
George likes this game. Here is Auntie Pig with baby Alexander.
Wow! A proper real baby piggy. It's so gorgeous. It's much sweeter than George.
Oh dear, George liked being the baby piggy.
Oh, George, you'll always be my baby piggy.
Maybe it's time for a new game. How about some dinosaur chasing?
Eek! Too scary!
George liked being a baby piggy, but he likes being George more.
The time capsule.
Peppa and her friends are at their playgroup.
Today we are going to make a time capsule.
What's a time capsule?
A time capsule is something that will show people in the future how we lived.
How?
We'll put special things in this box and then we'll bury it in the school garden.
Will it grow?
No, Susie. It will remain in the ground for many years.
Ooh.
Now, what things should we put inside?
A comic.
Very good, Peppa.
Music.
Very good, Susie.
A toy.
Nay.
A coin. Stamps. Squeak. A carrot.
Oh, you do like carrots, don't you, Rebecca?
Yes.
All those are excellent things to show our daily lives.
Madam Gazelle, what will the future be like?
What do you think it will be like?
I think in the future I will live on the moon. And all my friends will come to visit.
And I will fly space rockets.
Hello.
Now we'll record a message for the people of the future. Say hello to the future.
Hello to the future. You're probably all living on the moon now and going on holiday to Mars.
And flying around in space rockets.
Wonderful.
It is nearly home time, and all the parents have arrived.
Mummy, Daddy, we've made a time capsule.
Ah, Daddy Pig, you're just in time to help us dig a hole.
Yes, of course.
Daddy Pig is digging a hole in the school garden for the time capsule.
There.
Can we dig it up now?
Oh, it will remain in the ground for many years.
Aw, but I can't wait that long.
Peppa, you are just like your daddy when he was little.
Am I?
Yes, I remember when I was his teacher.
Did you teach my daddy?
Yes, I taught all of your mummies and daddies. Didn't I?
Yes, Mademoiselle.
When your mummies and daddies were little, they made a time capsule too.
Yes, we did. We buried it next to a little tree.
Can we dig it up?
Yes, I think we buried it over here.
Oh, I thought it was a much smaller tree.
Oh, it was a long time ago. The tree has grown a bit since then.
I found something. It's our old time capsule.
Hooray!
I can't wait to open it.
Stand back, children.
Yes, Mademoiselle.
What do we have here? Oh, an old comic.
That was my favourite comic.
A tin toy.
My favourite toy.
Music.
My favourite record.
And a very old carrot.
That's mine.
What a good choice, Mummy.
Oh, and a videotape of your mummies and daddies when they were little.
Ooh. Who's the little piggy in the glasses?
Oh, that's Daddy Pig. Oh, and that's me.
Hello to the future.
What a squeaky voice you have.
You're probably living on the moon now.
Silly little Daddy Pig.
Making time capsules is such fun. And finding them is even better.
Ice skating.
Peppa and her family are going ice skating today.
This will be fun.
Peppa and George have never been ice skating before.
Now, George, you won't be very good at ice skating, so just do what I do.
I'm sure we'll all be very good.
Yes, especially me.
First, we need some skates.
At the ice rink, everyone wears skates.
Hello, Miss Rabbit.
Hello, Mummy Pig.
We'd like to hire some skates, please.
There you go.
Thank you.
Happy skating.
Here are Susie Sheep, Rebecca Rabbit, Danny Dog, Zoe Zebra, Candy Cat, Emily Elephant and Pedro Pony. Peppa's friends can ice skate very well. Peppa wants to ice skate too.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Peppa. Is this your first time skating? Yes. Shall I show you how to skate? No, thank you, Susie. I'm sure I can already do it. OK, come on then. This is impossible. I don't want to do ice skating anymore.
Don't worry, Peppa. Everyone falls over when they ice skate. Even I fall over. Watch this. Oops-a-daisy. Ho-ho.
Silly Daddy.
George, would you like to skate?
No.
George has never ice skated before and he is a bit worried.
I'll look after George while you teach Peppa how to skate.
Skating is easy, Peppa. Just push with your feet and glide. Push, push, glide. See?
Push, push, glide. Push, push, glide. This is easy. I can do it on my own now, Mummy. Push, push, glide. Push, push, glide.
Well done, Peppa.
Look at me! I'm skating.
Peppa is doing really well.
Yes, I'm a very good teacher. Slow down, Peppa. You'll bump into someone.
Don't worry, Mummy. I'm very good at skating. Oh, where are the brakes?
Oh dear, I forgot to teach Peppa how to stop.
Oh.
Ah! I can't stop! Look out!
Mummy Pig taught you how to skate, but I taught you how to fall over.
Yes, I'm very good at falling over. George, do you want to skate too? No. Come on, George. It's fun. I'll teach you. Hit him. First, you need to... Whee! George, come back. I'm teaching you how to ice skate.
What a surprise! George can skate beautifully.
Wow! Look at George! Very good, George. Now you need to learn how to stop.
Well done, George.
You're fantastic, George.
Yes, you did very well, George, for your first lesson.
Come on, let's skate.
Yes!
Peppa and George love ice skating. Everyone loves ice skating.
Mummy and Daddy taught me how to skate, but I taught George. Cold winter day.
It is very cold today. Peppa and George are wearing their hats, scarves, coats, mittens and boots.
Look, George, the trees haven't got leaves.
In the wintertime, the trees lose their leaves. Peppa and George have found a muddy puddle.
Ooh.
Peppa and George love jumping up and down in muddy puddles.
Me first.
It is so cold, the puddle has turned to ice. It is very slippery.
It's not funny.
Here are Mummy Pig and Daddy Pig.
Oh, good! A muddy puddle.
Daddy Pig loves jumping in muddy puddles.
Stop, Daddy!
That was close. Lucky I've got such a good sense of balance.
Daddy, the puddles are icy today. We can't jump in them.
Never mind. Let's feed some bread to the ducks.
Hooray!
Peppa and George love feeding the ducks.
Hello, ducks. We've got some bread for you.
The ducks like bread.
Oh!
It is so cold, the pond has frozen to ice. The ice is very slippery.
Sorry for laughing, Mrs. Duck, but it did look quite funny.
It is starting to snow.
Snow!
Peppa and George love snow.
George, let's catch snowflakes.
Peppa and George are catching snowflakes.
Ooh.
George has caught a snowflake. Peppa has caught a snowflake.
Ooh.
Here is Susie Sheep on her toboggan.
Whee! Hello, Peppa. Wow! Susie, that looks fun. We're all tobogganing on the big hill. There's lots of snow there.
Shall we climb up the big hill and watch the tobogganing?
Yes, please.
Peppa's friends are tobogganing on the big hill.
Whee! Yahoo!
What?
Oh dear, George has slipped on the hill.
You look funny, George.
George does not think it is funny.
It's quite easy to slip on the hill. Maybe I should carry George.
Daddy, can you carry me too?
Ho, ho. All right, Peppa.
Just be careful you don't slip over, Daddy Pig.
Don't worry, Mummy Pig. Remember, I've got an excellent sense of balance.
Let's have a race. Yes! Ready, steady, go!
Here we are, the top of the big hill.
Do be careful you don't slip, Daddy Pig.
I'm not going to slip. Whoa! Whoa!
Daddy is like a big toboggan. We're going to win the race. Hooray!
Peppa and George are the winners.
Well done, Peppa. My daddy makes a very good toboggan.
It's not funny.
It is a bit funny, Daddy Pig.
I suppose it is quite funny.
The police!
Peppa and her friends have brought their bikes to playgroup.
Children, today we have very important visitors. The police are coming to our playgroup.
Ooh. The police drive cars with flashing lights. Nina, Nina, no, Nina. It's dee-daw, dee-daw, dee-daw. Police cars go woo-woo, Nina,
Yes, if I might explain, what I was about to say was...
Hooray, it's the police!
Here are the police.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
That is how the police say hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
I'm Police Officer Squirrel.
And I'm Police Officer Panda.
We're going to teach you how to ride your bicycles safely.
Ooh.
Right, let's see you all riding your bikes.
Look where you're going.
Always keep your ears and eyes open. And stop.
Well done, children.
Now, suppose you're riding your bike along and someone steps out in front of you.
What do you do?
I would ring my bell.
Very good. Ringing your bell lets others know you are there.
Can you all show me how good you are at ringing bells?
I don't have a bell. I have a horn.
A horn is just as good as a bell. Could you give your horn a tiny little toot so that we can all...
Yes, that should be sufficient to alert the public of your approach.
Now for the last bit of the lesson.
Where's he going?
Police Officer Panda is driving to the bottom of the hill.
Calling Police Officer Squirrel. Over. Can you read me? Over.
Read you loud and clear. Over.
The police have special phones to talk to each other.
I'm in position. Over.
Now, when I blow my whistle, I want you all to cycle down the hill and use your brakes to not bump into Police Officer Panda.
OK.
They're on their way. Over.
I see them coming. Over. Very good braking, everyone.
Are you ready for Madame Gazelle? Over.
Send her down. Over.
I don't think I need to do this. I am the teacher, and I wasn't supposed to be talking.
Ears and eyes open!
Ears and eyes open! Yes! Whee! This is fun!
Ring your bell!
Oh, yes, ring bell!
Brakes!
Oh, yes, brakes!
Well done. And that's how to ride your bicycles safely.
Children, thank the police for taking time off from their important work to talk to us today.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
When I grow up, I want to be a policeman.
And what is it about being a policeman that you like?
I like blowing whistles.
Very good. But of course there's more to being a police officer than blowing whistles.
Oh, yes. We're always very busy.
We do lots of very important things. Like,
The police solve mysteries and drive cars with flashing lights. Nina, Nina, woo!
Spot on, Freddy. Right, we really must be on our way. And remember, always keep your ears and eyes open. Oh, who put that tree there?
Yes, it's not a safe place to put a tree. I'll make a note. Dangerous tree on public highway.
Ho ho! You see, children, a police officer's work is never done. Bye, everyone!
Bye-bye!
Bye-bye!
Peppa loves the police. Everyone loves the police.